you thinking about getting Vulcan7, but you still want to know exactly what you're getting yourself into, what features does the platform offer, and is it really worth the price? Well, in this video, I'm going to go over all of this with you to hopefully make your decision easier. Now, as a disclaimer, I absolutely love Vulcan7. I have been using it for years. Let me tell you, I have used a lot of the other different platforms out there and their competitors, and Vulcan7 is still the platform that I keep on going back to just because of the accuracy of the numbers, everything it provides, and just my overall experience with this and the company itself, the people, the worker support, and all of that. At the end of this video, if you feel that Vulcan7 is a platform that you want to subscribe to, I have partnered up with them to give you special pricing, so make sure to click on the link in the description box below. So let's get to it. So as soon as you log in, especially if you just subscribe to the service, this is exactly what you're going to see. This is in the welcome screen. It gives you 4 simple steps to unleash the power of Vulcan7. Obviously, step 1, explore the CRM, then learn how to start a dial session, attend Take 52, learning prospecting tips and strategies. And they also have the frequently asked questions tab. Now, obviously, they're providing this so that you know exactly where you can go to for different things or questions that you might have. So for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and now go to the Home tab. Now, in the Home tab is where you can find absolutely everything that they offer to the agents. One of the awesome things that I love about Vulcan7 is that they don't just give you the data for like expires, for sale by owners and all of that, which I'm going to go over, but they also provide so many resources to help you as an agent improve your skills. Because look, at the end of the day, if you're making these calls, but you're not converting any of these leads, unfortunately, you're not going to be setting appointments, going on these listing appointments, or even getting paid. So some of the things that they offer within Vulcan7, let's start at the top. Jumpstart. If you are brand new to Vulcan7, this is where you can go. Every Wednesday at 12 o'clock Eastern, you can just tap in and they can walk you through the entire platform so you can get familiar with exactly everything that you can do within Vulcan7. As we scroll down, they have live Q&A office hours. So if you have questions about your features, your account, maybe you want to add cities, remove cities or zip codes, this is where you can go for office hours. It's completely free. So again, they make everything accessible to you. So there's really no excuse as to why perhaps you're not making your calls. Or maybe if you haven't figured out how to use this, obviously now you can go to the office hours. They also have recorded so many different trainings that you can also find in their YouTube channel. But this, for example, is one of them, the Roadmap series. So here is full of resources that'll take you to their YouTube channel. There are so many videos that they have done with top agents where they interview them. They give their tips, their strategies, and things that you can implement in your business immediately. So that is the Roadmap series, which is on their YouTube channel. As we go on to the right, we have the Pre-Game, which says, join us every Monday, learn accountability and best practices. So this is a Facebook group that you can join. As we scroll up, they have the Take 52, which this is also a Facebook group. So pretty much Take 52, when you join this group, they have role play sessions every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific. You can join in on these Zoom calls that are ran by a top producing agent. You can ask your questions, you can do some role playing, and pretty much the goal is for you to tap in to be able to get better with your skills so that you are taking an extra listing every single week. As we go on to the right, we have the neighborhood search. I'm going to get into exactly what you get when you join Vulcan7 in a bit, but the neighborhood search, you can get neighborhood data. So this is a great tool. And if you wanted to upgrade your account, you can get additional features. And right here, it looks like it's just a video where they interviewed an agent where she talks about how she received 2 leads off of just 25 contacts when she started dialing through Vulcan7. As we move on all the way to the far right, we see the account snapshot. So currently I have 5,600, a little bit more than that, new contacts that I am able to dial and call. As we scroll down, you will see the dialing summary. They have an events tab, and they have this, which is completely new, and it shows you how to unleash the power of AI. And the cool thing is that Vulcan7 is able to analyze and tell you exactly who is 4 to 8 times more likely to list their home right now based on 167 data points, which is something that not every other competitor can offer to you. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up and drop me a comment. Also, stay tuned for the next video where I share with you exactly how you can get your next listing by going after the different lead sources that Vulcan7 gives you. And finally, on the bottom right, they have Vulcan7 postcards. So now they're making it easy for you to reach homeowners by mail. So now when we click on the contacts tab, this is where you will be able to find the data that Vulcan7 provides. So as a reminder, when you sign up for Vulcan7, you get expireds for sale by owners, for rent by owners, neighborhood search, and also pre-foreclosure data. So these are 5 different lead sources that you can go after to get listings. So as we click on the contacts tab, you will see on the left-hand side, this is where all of your contacts will be located. So for example, we have the neighborhood data. So let's say that you are looking to maybe do just listed, just sold. You want to call around a certain neighborhood or zip code. So let's say that I want to pull phone numbers for the neighborhood that is in the zip code 33021, which is Pembroke Park, Florida. And I put 4.5 miles, so it's going to give me that radius. On the right-hand section, you can pretty much select exactly what type of lead it is that you want. So they have likely to list, they have notice of default. If you want only information for properties that are non-owner occupied, you can select that. If you want not owner and owner occupied, you can also select that. So these are just some of the features for the neighborhood search. So as we go back to contacts, once you pull that information, it's going to come up on the left under neighborhood data. So as you can see in the past, I have pulled for Hollywood and also for Fort Lauderdale. Now, as we move down lower, you will see off market. Now in the off market folder, this is where you will get all of the expired data. If you opt in to also receive withdrawn and canceled data, you will also see it in here. So you can see these are all off-market properties. You'll see expired, you'll see the name of the owner, or if it's an LLC. Many times it also does provide you with email addresses and cell phone numbers. So that's something that's really cool because let me tell you, in the past, I have been able to set appointments with homeowners and I called them directly on their cell phone. Once we hung up, I sent them a text message. I also sent them a video message and it helped me be able to convert these leads faster. So the fact that you get these cell phones and also emails, it facilitates your job as a real estate agent. Now, as we move on further down, we have for sale by owners. That is another folder. So every day you will see the newer for sale by owners pop onto this folder. For rent by owners. Now you're probably wondering, why do I want for rent by owner data? Well, many times these owners that are trying to rent their properties also own other properties that are investments. So if the numbers make sense, perhaps they might be interested in selling rather than renting them out. Or maybe they're on the market to purchase more investment properties. So that's why this is awesome data that you can also call. And then lastly, we have the pre-foreclosures. Now, the cool thing about this dashboard is that it does allow you to be able to put some of your leads onto folders. So again, once you start making these phone calls and you use their dialer that comes with the system, it will become so much easier to be able to categorize the leads based on the type of conversations that you're having and how you want to organize it yourself and use this as a CRM. As we continue to the next tab, we have the call history. So once you start making calls, you'll be able to see here your dial session, the contacts, the emails, the live answers, and things like that. The next tab, we have appointments. If you ever set an appointment, you can go ahead and put it on this calendar. My team. Now, this is something that's really cool about Vulcan7 once you sign up, is that you have the ability to add one more person and that is completely free of cost. So let's say I sign up for Vulcan7 and I have a team member or maybe I have a partner that also wants to make calls. I can add them to this account and they will now be able to access all of the same information and the data so that they themselves can also use this dashboard to make calls out of. To set up a new user, it's very simple. You just click on Set Up New User. For callback numbers, this is where you would be able to set up what numbers you want to pop up if people were to call you back. For tools, the next tab on the dashboard, this is exactly where you can see all of the different tools that come with the system. So they have the activity tracker, email campaigns, email templates, they have mobile callback, the neighborhood search, phone scripts, they have Storyteller. So if you want to send a video message or a video newsletter, you can use Storyteller. Task lists. I mean, the list goes on and on. Zoom backgrounds. So now they allow you to also be able to provide a Zoom link if you're setting appointments. So again, all of this is under the tools. The neighborhood search, obviously I went over that a few minutes ago. And then we have learn and support. This is where you can go and get additional resources to make your life easier as an agent, especially if you're making these calls. So if you need scripts, they have scripts there. If you want more help with getting started, you can just go and click on getting started. I mean, there's so many different things here that at the end of the day, if you subscribe to Vulcan7, if you're actually putting in the work, making the calls, if you have a disciplined schedule, if you join, for example, Take 52, or you jump on the Jumpstart call, or any of the other Facebook groups that they have or resources, I mean, it's really only a matter of time before you get your next listing. If you don't have deals going on, if you don't have any transactions at the moment, if you don't have any leads, then what you need to be doing is talking to people. And with Vulcan7, they facilitate everything. They give you expireds for sale by owner, neighborhood search, pre-foreclosure, and absentee owner data. So you have more than enough lead sources to go after. Again, I have partnered up with them to give you guys very special pricing. So go ahead and click on the link in the description box below and stay tuned for the next video where I'm going to share with you exactly how you can get your next listing going after these 5 different lead sources.